Hello and welcome. I'm Rahul, and you're watching me in my Facebook page on my YouTube channel Rockma Talks. And if you're watching me consistently, welcome back to my channel. I usually come up with new ideas and try to apprise you of latest development, whatever is happening in the contemporary world, because I strongly feel that if you'll be a person who can keep himself aware of the latest development and keep himself changing and adapting and assimilating all the development that is happening in technological field or in other fields, knowledgeable fields. If you are keeping yourself with the pace of the development, you will never be poor, because this is an information age, and if you have information, you can certainly cash in on that kind of knowledge, on that kind of information. And that is why I want to tell you that it is essential that each and every time, whenever you come in your prime time, always the spare time that you have, you listen to all the videos. This time I called it prime time, and if you listen to good people's good podcast, your development of knowledge will certainly support you in your life. And that is what I always come in front of you to tell you something important. Sometimes before, I was listening to certain videos, based on Buddha teachings, in ancient time, when Buddha was here to impart knowledge, to impart wisdom in his Dhamma. Actually his teachings were called Buddha's Dhamma. He has given good teachings and good knowledge. Certainly it would be better. So I have ordered a book, Dhammapada. If you want to listen, if you want to read that book, you can also order and you can listen to that book. But certain insight that it got, from his, Pali, where the language, in Pali language, it was all the scriptures was written, So it was translated from Pali to Hindi and English, I was listening one of these videos, and I found that, one of the best thing that I was pondering, and I end up getting that knowledge through that teachings, that I listened. In that way teaching, he told that mind is the place where all religions resides, or every kind of instruction happens, and that is why, if you think that, someone has written Veda or Bible or Quran, it all came from human mind. Every religion came from human mind. Every one vyavastha, whatever happened, it came from human mind. And that is why it is the place, mind is the place of all the religions. If your mind is calm and composed and tranquil, and if you want to find happiness, then its states gives you the real happiness. If you have peace, tranquility of mind, you certainly find happiness. And this is the place of happiness. And if you are filled with anger, if you are filled with, despondency or, mediocrity and whatever you say, if you are filled with anger, if you are filled with hatred, what will happen? The result will be different. You will not find happiness. Even he told that, mediocrity will be with you if you are filled with hatred and agony and anger. If you are filled, your mind is filled with that. So it happens. Everything comes from your mind, and if you make it better, everything unfolds. And comes in front of you in a better way. That is what I just wanted to tell you. And one of the most important thing that I got from it, because if you want to satiate anger, agony, hatred with the same kind of reflection, you can never settle with that. Even in this life or life beyond that, you will never find grace, you will never find peace. And that is why you should never find your minds in that kind of situation where you find yourself filled with hatred, filled with anger for other people. You should not possess that kind of thing. And many people, they know these things. When you have gotten certain light, certain wisdom, they want to make you indulge in certain kind of feelings. They will come like a moth in front of you as a light. If you are burning, they will try to consume your light. It happens. They want to bring you into certain agonies, into certain reactions that will reflect the same kind of thing. I just want to tell you that this is life. It goes on, and that is why if we want to stay here, we have to live our life in a better way. We have to find certain peace and certain tranquility. But it is also essential to live a life, and if you want to live a life more happily, you have to behave like a child. Your mind should be like a child, loving, open to embrace new knowledge, open to rewrite everything in your brain, with new knowledge, new wisdom. Behave like a child. If you are behaving like a child, you are certainly going to find happiness. You're certainly going to find wisdom. This is what is important. Along with that, incisiveness of mind, intellectuality of mind, deciphering ability, your intuition is important. I talked about previously nature. Your nature should be like a child, but your presence, your awareness should be profound. If you are keeping yourself aware of your intuitive ability, your mind, you will certainly do better things in your life. This is the importance of life and being aware. If you are keeping yourself aware, that is the only thing that will pay you off. That will pay you off. And that is what I want to tell you, that if you want to bring certain positivity in your life, you embark on that journey. Many will come to drag you. You don't get you don't get tumble. You don't get any kind of fear from that kind of things. Rather, you embark on a journey. And if you will embark on a journey to make yourself a person who can be literate enough, who can be aware, who will be honing his skills, who will be working on his on his class, on his communication skill, on his knowledge, he will certainly be profound. He will certainly be significant. And how to find that kind of wisdom? How to find that kind of wisdom? Bring change from within. That will happen. Bring that change. Find positivity. Listen to those people who are imparting good things. Don't waste your time. If you will waste your time in mediocrity things, what will happen? Your mind will engulf negative things, negative energies. If you will keep yourself idle, many people say that if you keep yourself idle, negativity will prevail. This happens. In our Bhojpuri terms, there are many sayings. If you want to be idle, khali dimag shaitan ka ghar, they say that, and it happens. And that is why you should keep yourself embracing new changes, listening to those people who are imparting good knowledge, who are giving you certain wisdom. It has become difficult even nowadays. It has become difficult. It has become difficult to cling on all the people whom you are listening to, because many start fabricating, especially who are aware. They will come to play with you and they will try to disguise you, because betrayal will always come in front of you. And that is why you have to be aware each and every moment. You have to find emotional intelligence. You cannot be emotionally dependent on others. Otherwise, they will cheat you, they will betray you, and the scars on your soul, on your mind will never be filled, will never be healed. And that is why in order to heal that, you have to bring change, positivity within you. So work like a person who can always be inquisitive, but aware of the dangers, aware of the societal functions, aware of the everything. If you are aware of everything, you can do miracles in your life. You can certainly find better positions. You can certainly preserve your financial standard as well. You can certainly attain financial position as well, because what will happen if you are aware, you certainly take certain steps which will benefit you, and you will discard all those steps which will not benefit you. So this is what is the importance of time. Thank you for listening to me.